Alright, Chapter 4, Algebra 2 Fundamentals, Exam Review. Number 1, we're going to convert 1 3/8 revolutions to radians exactly. First thing you have to do is think of this as 11/8 revolutions. If we're converting to radians, we're just going to put 11/8 revolutions over x radians. We're going to set up a proportion. On the other side, we put how far it is once around the circle in each of these measurements. So it's 1 revolution. Notice I put revolutions on the top because I had revolutions on the top over here. Got to be consistent. And once around the circle is 2 pi radians. At this point we cross multiply. 11 over 8 times 2 pi gives you 22 over 8 pi. And then x times 1 is just x, so this equals x. And then if I simplify 22 over 8, I get 11 over 4 pi radians. So our answer for number 1. For number 2, convert this to degrees. Take what you're given, 7 pi over 9, that's radians. I want to figure out how many degrees that is, so I put x degrees on the bottom. Once again, once around the circle is 2 pi radians. Once around the circle is 360 degrees. At this point, we're going to cross multiply. 2 pi times x, do an arrow here, 2 pi times x equals 7/9 pi times 360. I'm going to punch this in here and figure out what it is. 7 divided by 9 times 360 equals 280, but we had a pi with it, so it's going to be 280 pi. Now I want to solve for x. I have pi on both sides, so I can divide by pi and cancel them, and finally divide by 2, so x equals 140 degrees. That's my answer. For number 3, convert 15 degrees to radians exactly. 15 degrees over x radians. Once again, the other side I'm going to have 360 degrees once around the circle, and 2 pi radians once around the circle. Cross multiply, x times 360 is 360 times x, and that equals 15 times 2 pi, which is 30 pi. Now I divide by 360 to get x all alone, and 30 divided by 360 simplifies down to 1/12. How do you find that again? 30 divided by 360 is that math frac. Gives you a fraction of 1/12. 1/12 pi is pi over 12 radians. Number 4, 25 degrees to revolutions. 25 degrees on top, 1 revolution on the bottom. Over here it's 360 degrees around the circle, being consistent. It's 1 revolution around the circle, being consistent. I made a mistake. This should be x revolutions, what we're solving for. Cross multiply, we get 360 times x equals 25 times 1 is 25. Divide by 360. And if you're not sure, 25 divided by 360 gives you that. Math fraction, 5 over 72. So this is 5 over 72 revolutions. Next one, 3 pi over 7. By now you're seeing that these are all the same. 5 pi over 7 radians, we want to turn it into revolutions, so x revolutions. Once around the circle, 2 pi radians, 1 revolution. Cross multiply, 2 pi times x equals 3 pi over 7 times 1 is just 3 pi over 7. I can see right now that I've got pi on both sides, so I'm going to cancel them. And really, the easiest way here is just to say, hey, I've got 3/7, divide it by 2, math fraction, 3/14. So x equals 3/14 of a revolution. Okay? 1 1/4 revolutions, 2 degrees, that's 450 degrees. Once around the circle is 360, 1/4 of that is 90. 360 plus 90 is 450 degrees. Number 7, exact value of 2 pi over 3. You have to visualize your unit circle. 2 pi over 3 is right here, and you just simply have to know that that's the point -1/2, comma, square root of 3 over 2. Cosine is the x part, so the answer is -1/2. Exact value of tangent of 300. Once again, study that unit circle. 300 is the first one down here. This is the point. Positive 1/2, comma, negative square root of 3 over 2. And to find tangent, we do sine divided by cosine. So So I have negative square root of 3 over 2 divided by 1/2. They both have a 2 in the denominator. We can cancel those. This is negative square root of 3 over 1, which is the negative square root of 3. That's it for page 1.